against my people, and to give Europe warning of the doom that awaits it if it should bow before the accomplished fact. Italian aggression and gas have set you mad. The Spanish agony begins. The civil war that ravages Spain, some see in General Franco's revolt a crusade against godless communism. Others see in it only the spread of fascism and dictatorship. On Franco's side, Nazi bombers and Italian troops. On the Republican side, Red volunteers and Soviet support. In between, Spanish people. No communist, no fascist is Emperor Hirohito of Japan, but his faith is Bushido, way of the warrior, and it too means aggression. His troops flood into Manchuria and China, ignoring treaties and American protests. Says President Roosevelt, the peace, the freedom, and the security of 90% of the world is being jeopardized by the remaining 10%. A United States gunboat, the Panay, is attacked without cause or warning while on patrol on the Yangtze River. A sneak attack from the air. 2 American sailors die and more are wounded. But the Japanese apologize, and stateside reaction to the incident is mild. What was it that Philadelphia newspaper said when Japanese aggression began? The American people don't give a hoot in a rain barrel who controls North China. Here's how. Isn't this a lovely party? I finally finished Gone with the Wind. Have you seen the headlines? Maybe the communists are right at that. At least they want a united front against aggression. Yes, all we do is compromise and retreat. That's because Roosevelt is a fascist. Nonsense, he's a red. What's going to happen next? The world will keep until tomorrow. It's supper time. It is an increasingly urbanized and mechanized America with quickening pace and tempo in city life in American living. It's a fast buck, try anything time, and millions give the Irish sweepstakes a whirl. And if you don't hit, there's always bank night at the movies. Nobody hits as big in the 30s as champion Joe Louis, the Bound Bomber, even if the German Max Schmeling did beat him once. A new sound in the night. A new kind of jazz, something called swing, and Benny Goodman is the king of it. Jams the theaters, even raises the roof at classical Carnegie Hall. And with it comes a new breed of flaming youth, the jitterbug. General upheaval of the time, the candid camera. Those who have it spend it now that the panic seems to be past and a little boom seems to be on. They're saying you can't take it with you, so wake up and live. No vulgar jitterbugging here, Susie Q. But any evening, any day, you'll find us all doing the Lambeth Walk. Hoy. Washington and other poles. If Franklin Roosevelt's first term began at a time of crisis for the country, His second begins at a time of crisis for the New Deal. If his first 4 years were marked by controversy and contention, his second 4 start with a political bombshell that divides the nation and splits his own party. He attacks the Supreme Court.
And I defy anyone to read the opinions concerning the AAA, the Railroad Retirement Act, the National Recovery Act, the Guffey Coal Act, and the New York Minimum Wage Law, and tell us exactly what, if anything, we can do for the industrial worker in this session of the Congress with any reasonable certainty that what we do will not be nullified as unconstitutional. If we would keep faith with those who had faith in us, if we would make democracy succeed, I say we must act now.
The President calls on Congress to support his fight against what he terms the horse and buggy decisions of the Supreme Court. He asks that the court denounce it as court packing. And Roosevelt suffers a jolting setback when his plan is decisively rejected. The New Deal honeymoon is over. But another major New Deal measure, sponsored by Senator Robert Wagner of New York, is unexpectedly approved by the Now, backed by provisions of the Wagner Labor Relations Act, using it as their Magna Carta, the unions recruit millions of members in a nationwide drive for collective bargaining, the closed shop, higher wages, better working conditions. Strikes everywhere. Steel, oil, textiles. A surge of strikes. And a new kind of strike as well. Workers refuse to leave the automobile plants and hold them like fortresses, chanting, "When the boss won't talk, don't take a walk, sit down, sit down." Kind of civil war, resistance by management against the rising tide of organizing, defiance of court injunctions by labor, a kind of civil war.